Yo, what's up guys? So today we're doing oil change. I'm gonna kind of go over what we've done so far. So I've just taken the bottom cover off here. This is real simple guys, real easy. You got a bolt here, bolt there. They're all Allen wrench. And then you got 3 along there. And then the other side, same thing. The other side you have 3 up here, 1 there and 1 in the back too as well. So here are the bolts right here. I want to make this video really short for you guys. I use a GN4 4-stroke motorcycle oil 1040 because we're in Arizona. That's what the boys at Cochise Motorsports recommended for my bike. And then I got an oil filter right here for the Honda, and it comes, and then you got to ask them for the crush washer. They should have that any local motorcycle shop. Here are the bolts that came off. Real simple, took like 5 seconds. And then I just want to go over here the purchase of the oil filter. Oil filter was $14.92. Crush washer was $1.79. And then the oil was $24 for 3 quarts. I got 3 quarts there. The total came out to $44.41. That's what it costs for an oil change. Real easy, guys. For the Allen wrenches on the cover, I have here a H5 Allen wrench key. And then here, I'll use the gun. I have a H3. So that's what I use there. For the bolt down here, you're going to use the 12 millimeter. That's what we're going to use down there. So what we're going to do here, guys, I got it already on right now, and we're just going to do a start to warm up the engine for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to shut it off, let the oil sit for a second, go down to the drain the oil pan down here, and then we're going to drain it out and take a look at our braking oil. We're at right now, you guys can see we're at 593 miles. Okay, here we're going to use the 12 millimeter, and this one wasn't tight at all. Be careful with this. This exhaust right here is extremely hot. And then you just want to inspect this. Take a look at the oil. A little bit shiny, not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, on this side, you got the oil fill plug. There's going to be a rubber washer on here. O-ring. Alright, so this is where you're going to fill the oil up at. And then down here, you got your dipstick. So we're going to go ahead and pull those out while it's draining to allow a little bit more air going through the engine. That, we're just going to pull it out like that. And then this here, we're just going to set this right up here for right now. Okay, so after that, we have our oil filter there. That should be hand tight. We're going to check. Got your oil filter here, and this is pretty tight on there. Jeez. Wow, was that on there tight, guys? I'm going to show you how to prevent that right now for your next oil change. Alright, you got your new oil filter here. Don't poke it and open it through this end. You can get some plastics in there. I've seen that happen actually in shops, and it causes engine starvation. You get a little piece of plastic inside there. That could cause engine starvation issues for your oil. So we're going to open it from the back end here. Just like that. You got your crush washer. Alright. I want to show you something else here. Alright, there it is right there. So what we're going to do, guys, this is the old oil. It's not bad. It's not. We're just going to use some of that old oil. I know a lot of people use the new oil. We're going to use a little bit of that old oil there. Just kind of just to so we don't have that issue when we take it off next time. Now, the other thing I want to show you is down here. You can see that crush washer. Make sure to remove the old one. So there it is right there. Crush washer. Take the old one off. Now, technically, I've used these over again. This one doesn't look that damaged, but I got a new one here. So if they don't have one, I mean, you can get away with it. And then we got our bolt here, right? And since that's done draining there, I'm just gonna new crush washer. Look up the torque on this. I'm just gonna go by feel, guys. If you're new to this, just get a torque wrench and torque it up. I'm just gonna do snug here after we put the oil filter on. New oil filter. Okay, we got the new crush washer on there. See how tight that was? That was so tight. There's actual some of the rubber right there from it. So we're just gonna kind of clean that out. We don't want that getting into our engine there. We want to make sure that's nice and clean. Check your threads. New oil change. These are feeling pretty good, pretty sharp. Now when we put this on, we're only gonna go hand tight, guys. That was way too tight. If you do it with a wrench, you're gonna have problems getting it off like I did. So it should just spin on. Don't cross thread it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this rag here, get some grip on it. You just hand tight that on there like that. That's all you want to do right there. So we're hand tight, right? Snug up our and I'm going to grab it from the front of the wrench. I don't want to put too much torque on it. I'm going to feel that washer crush. That's tight. So with that said, I use this stuff, electrical cleaner. And what we're going to do here, guys, is we're just going to clean everything here. Nice and clean. Just like that. All right, guys, I just wanted to take it in the sun here so you could see. Hopefully it's picking that all up. You can see after 600 miles, I wouldn't go any longer than that. You can definitely see the shiny in there from the piston rings, but there's no big, I didn't see any big metal parts coming out. Just a nice silver tint like that. So by seeing this, I know the manual says that we don't have to do another oil change to, like, I don't know, I think it's quite a ways, like 3,000 miles, 2,000 miles, something like that. But with the way that I just saw that, I'm gonna end up doing another oil change at probably 1,600 miles. So that's just me. I'm using just the cheap, regular, conventional oil because I know I'm gonna do more frequent oil changes. With that said, the nice thing about this stuff, guys, it just evaporates. So we're gonna use this, that's gonna evaporate out of here. All right, we're just gonna make sure we're nice and clean over here. And it's calling for 2.9. So we're gonna put just about 3 quarts. I think just because there's gonna be some in the bottle. Here's a tip for you guys. So notice how the oil can, a lot of people don't know this. Notice how it's shaped like that. So you're actually supposed to pour this way. So if you pour this way, it's gonna guzzle out. So you're gonna get a much smoother pour. And see there's, so 2.9, so we're not gonna worry about just a little bit in that quart. Same thing, you wanna pour from this direction here. I definitely wouldn't pay a shop to do this, man. The oil change is too easy on this bike. I don't know about all bikes, but this bike is extremely easy. And then we're gonna check the chain. You need 1.25 inches on your chain. I would definitely check that. Make sure you check your tire pressure. I talk about that on my rides. You should check that before every ride. Tire pressure is very important actually on a motorcycle. So the other thing, yeah, just the chain. Definitely check your chain. I would definitely kind of inspect that after every wash, oil change, and then just down the road. So I already checked this chain here. It should have about 1.25 inches play. I have a little bit more than that, but I don't have a rear stand. So we're just gonna let that slide for right now. I'll do another video on how to adjust your chain in the future. So that's 2 quarts. Let's get on with the 3rd quart. Okay, all 3 quarts. All right, this is what we're gonna do next. Take your cap, put it back on, just like that. Man, this was just too easy, guys. We're going to put the dipstick back in all the way, and then we're just gonna kind of check everything here. I'm gonna put the dipstick in, screw it in actually. All right, so fresh oil is in here. The oil filter is tight. The nut is tight down here. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start her up for 30 seconds or a minute. Don't rev the engine. Do not rev the engine. Turn it off. All right, guys, so when you check the level, make sure the bike is upright. This is how you're going to check. So we're going to go ahead and wipe it down, and when we stick it in there, the owner's manual says not to screw it in, to actually check it like that. So that's the first check we're going to do, and it's actually right there, 3/4. So we're right there, right in the middle. So just because I'm very particular, I'm actually going to screw it in, because I want to see how much oil's in it with it screwed in. It should be full. And there you guys go. So we're like sitting right at the full mark. Now I'll go for a ride on this, guys, and then I'll check the level again after my ride. So when everything is nice and hot at engine temperature. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. First oil change on the CBR 1000, 600 miles. Very easy. I definitely wouldn't pay anybody to do that. And we'll see you guys on that next video. We'll see you. Peace.